So we just covered win your money back, free giveaways, and now decoy offers. And one thing that I will highlight before we get into buy X get Y free is that an ethical salesman makes recommendations that he believes will help the customer and help the business. An unethical salesman makes recommendations to customers that will not help the customer and only helps the business. And so you making more offers to a customer is in no way unethical. It is unethical, basically, if you lie. And so you're either lying to them about them being qualified for something, or you're lying to them about the quality of the thing that it will get delivered to them. Either way, fundamentally, bad salesmanship is rooted in deception. Good salesmanship is rooted in education. And if the education is true, which it should be, then the customer should just find out as much about what they need to do to make a decision as you know. And so fundamentally, if you were a customer and you were selling your mother and she had as much information as you, then she should buy the same things you would recommend to her. With that being said, buy X, get Y free. Let's rock and roll. So, buy X, get Y free, super, super common offer. There's a lot of different ways to do it, and there's like very advanced tactics, which is why I love this offer so much. Like this thing, it's funny because I like the first three and I also love this offer too. Like it's a banger. So, we'll cover the main five. Here's how I learned it. So, I was in downtown Nashville. I went to school in Nashville, college called Vanderbilt. And I remember when I got to Vanderbilt for the first time, I remember going downtown and there was this thing called Boot Factory. And Boot Factory had this massive boot that was bigger than a car, big flashing, like almost like Vegas lights. And on all the windows, it said, buy one pair, get two free. And I was like, this business, these guys are idiots. Like they're just giving away their boots. And I being, like, of course, fresh to college, out of high school, knowing literally nothing about anything, I assumed that I was more intelligent than the store owner, who obviously was doing very well. And so I came back 10 years later and they had expanded. And so I was like, huh, that's interesting. Now, 10 years later, I had a lot more business acumen. And so I went in and I like looked around, poked around, and I saw that the pairs of boots had, each of them had multiple markdowns on the price down to $600 for one pair, at least the ones that I looked at. And so it was, instead of saying, buy one fairly priced boots or buy 20% off, they had buy one, get two free. But if you bought three pairs of boots for $200 each, that's still like a pretty normal price for leather boots. And so the ones that the ones I was looking at were not like Stingray or, hippopotamus or something. Like they were normal leather. And so I realized that they had just fully baked the cost of three into one pair and then said, buy one, get two free. And the thing is that because of that, all the bachelorette parties would pile in because the bride would get one, and then the other two friends would get them for free. Or one of the friends would buy a pair and give one to the bride and one to her maid of honor or whatever. And they just milked it. And so that is how I learned this more valuable way of doing buy X, get Y free. So let's get into it. So in buy X, get Y free offers, customers buy something, they get other stuff free. Cool, makes sense. The more free stuff they get and the higher its value, the better it works. Buy one, get two free works better than buy two, get one free. Free offers get way more attention than discount offers. But if you only have one thing to sell and give it away, then obviously you go hungry. If you just say like, buy, here's free boots, that's not going to work, right? So in situations like this, they tend to lean on discounts. All right, most businesses do. So they run sales relying on holiday, seasonal changes, or whatever as, reasons to temporarily lower the price for whatever the thing is to get more customers. But by selling more than one thing at once, you can turn discount offers into even stronger free offers. This is the magic of buy X, get Y free. It will take a 33% discount and it can make it into buy two, get one free, which is far more compelling. And rather than getting 2/3 of one ticket, you still get someone to buy two full priced items, but you still effectively gave them a 1/3 discount, which you would never advertise, because why would you advertise that when you could buy two and get one free? It's more strong. All right. So I'm going to give you a lot of different ways to slice this because this is what I want to help you match this to your business. So when you have more than one item, you can make the discount value large enough that it covers the price of more stuff. For example, I could sell 3 t-shirts for $30, right? So $10 each. Or I could sell one t-shirt for 30 and get two free. In both situations, I give away 3 shirts and get $30. But the perception, think about the difference here. If I said, hey, buy 3 shirts for $10 each, how compelling is that? Not that compelling. If I said, buy one shirt, get two free, I'm going to for sure get way more attention. But the economics are the same. Powerful. Now, I'm going to give you another example. Now, if I wanted to offer a discount rather than only reframe the price, so the example here, I just reframed the price. I'm still getting the same $10 per shirt. Zero discount here. I just reframed how I'm pricing my offer. If I wanted to also use this plus a discount, I could sell 3 shirts for $6.67. So it's like buy 3 shirts for $20. That would be the discount version. Or I could now say buy 1 shirt for $20 and get 2 free. Same thing. It's still effectively a 1/3 discount, but it accomplishes the same objective. Okay, so those are 2 examples. Or sorry, that's a description. Now I have more examples for you. All right, so buy 1, get 2 physical products offers. This is the Boot Factory offer. 1 pair is $200, buy XUY free. Buy 1 pair for $600, get 2 pairs free. So the end result is to still buy 3 pairs of $200 boots. All right, now here's 3 versions of this that I want to break down for you to show you the power of this. So if you said buy 12 months, get 6 months free for $1,800, okay, that's an offer, and a lot of people might take that. Like that's a good offer. A better offer would be buy 9 months, get 9 months free. Still $1,800. A crazy offer would be buy 6 months, get 12 months free for $1,800. In all 3 situations, they get 18 months for $1,800. That's what it works. Everyone pays the same price for the same amount of service, but the third option will be the most compelling because it has the most free stuff. So, important points. Buy X, get Y free gets people to buy more stuff and provides more value. So it used to take a whole year for some of my service businesses to make the money to cash flow the acquisition. But if you do buy 6, get 6, for example, on the front end to attract customers, or as a, hey, it's our grand opening, buy 6 months, get 6 months, you can attract a boatload of customers and get 6 months prepayments from all of them at full price. Now, guess what happens? If I have a full price or even a higher than full price thing that I add some little tiny differentiator during my grand opening special, which allows me to say that this service was higher than what I would then normally offer later, then it justifies me having an even higher price. So when I say buy 6, get 6, I might just get prepayments at basically the full price for the year because I added this extra wrinkle in that's very high margin for me. So for a gym, I might say you get text access to me, which by the way, I probably would give all my first customers anyways. I just wouldn't promise that in the sale. I might for a grand opening. So raise prices when we're giving stuff away to preserve profits. Obviously, if you can only afford a certain amount of margin, then don't give away your margin. That's just like my big obvious disclaimer. Now, buy X, get Y free works better if you have more free stuff than paid stuff. All right, so give more free than you ask people to buy. Just play with the pricing until it makes sense for you. So buy 1, get 2 instead of buy 2 to get 1. So these are the same economics, but this one's stronger. That's how it works. Okay, now, the free things can be different from the paid things. So this is key. So you just want to make sure that the free stuff still makes the offer compelling. Let's say that socks have a $10 value. If they buy 1 shirt for $10 but get $20 of free socks, it may seem like a better deal. Now, alternatively, here if we're looking at like buy 1, let's say shirts are $20. If I say buy 1 shirt for 20 and get another shirt free, that may seem like less valuable than buy 1 shirt, get 2 pairs of socks free. Because what someone's going to translate it into is buy 1 thing, get 2 things free versus buy 1 thing, get 1 thing free. Now, this is a testable proposition. In some offers, 2 pairs of socks may convert better than 1 shirt, depending on if the way that buyer buys, the next logical thing they would need would be socks. So, more free, cheaper things can work better than fewer free, expensive things. Okay. So let's say I could only afford to give 1 shirt away for free, but now for the same cost, I give 3 pairs of socks. I would probably test buy 1 shirt, get 1 shirt versus buy 1 shirt, get 3 socks for free. And even though the socks cost less than a shirt, it's still buy 1, get 3. And sometimes that converts better. So I test this. Rather than offer a 33% discount, try buy 1, get 2 free. This here will convert more than this, but they're still 1/3 off. All right. So I just like to, if you are going to use a discount, this structure still makes a discount even more compelling. Do not make offers like this if you cannot manage money, especially with service businesses. So if you say buy 6 months of service, get 6 months free, if you don't know how to manage money and you immediately blow the money that they prepaid, you're a bad business owner. So you need to be able to consistently, like if you have to have an accountant, do this for you, put all the cash into one bank account and you can pay yourself out of that bank account every month as you deliver services. But the worst thing you can possibly do for your reputation is like pre-sell a year of service and then, like do not do this play if you are trying to keep your business alive. If you need this cash in order to keep the business alive, I think you risk your reputation by doing it. I also cap this at 10% of a recurring customer base for those of you who have recurring revenue businesses. So if you want to do a banger buy X, get Y free, which is a really great cash play, let's say you have 100 recurring customers, cap it at 10. Don't let more than 10 of your recurring customers prepay for the year because you still this is not a math solution. This is a psychological solution. I've just seen way more businesses succeed by keeping their recurring cash flow because most business owners honestly can't manage it. Now, mathematically, it makes sense to get everybody on annual, but a lot of people can't handle that responsibility. I'm just being really honest with you. Okay. So this is a great grand opening strategy. As I referenced earlier, this is also a great offer to give for fast cash. Now, if your business is healthy, but you're like, you know what, I want to buy a bunch of equipment, great. Prepay 10 people, go buy your equipment. Or you need to go buy another big oven, industrial oven for your baking business. Like, totally makes sense for you to do prepayments and things like that to cash flow or fund rather than take on credit lines. Super smart. So even if customers prepay, you can still upsell them different stuff now. So this is really important. So I made this mistake, which is why I share it with you. The people who prepay, especially for services, for durations of time, business owners have this fear of selling them or making offers for other stuff. But here's the craziest thing that we saw, is that the people who prepay for the year are the most likely people to buy more stuff afterwards. And so these are basically a way of identifying your hyper buyers. And so they self-select, they prepay for a year, and guess what happens after that? When I would have Big Booty Bootcamp and a deadlift seminar or, make your sexy back, or I would do buns and guns or whatever else I would do, lean by Halloween, they were the most likely people to pay. Because guess what? They weren't paying anything for being there. As far as they felt, they had paid so long ago, they forgot that they paid. So it felt like I was just a free gym. And you know what? The cool thing about wallets with people who make money, they replenish. And then you can ask again. So if customers only buy once, and this is just a disclaimer for the boot business. The reason they structured their deal that way was to maximize the transaction. So if you're in a business where people only buy once, then it makes sense to structure as much into that first sale as you can because you're only going to get one shot. Like the bachelorette parties are probably not coming back to Nashville. Now, maybe they will, but for the most part, that's this. You want to make the ask as big as you can if you're only going to get one shot. Summarizing buy X, get Y free. In buy X, get Y free, customers buy something, they get other stuff for free. Buy X, get free works for stuff that makes sense to buy more of or get longer access to. Basic buy X, get Y free offers reframe pricing. Buy one, get two free, cost the same as buying three, except customers see the free offer as more valuable. Remember the 18-month service example I gave. So always try to give more free things than paid things, and you can pair different free things with paid things as well, which you can just test. All right, so buy X, get Y free can lengthen the amount of time customers stay. If normal customers stay for 3 months, then buy two, get two customers will keep them for 4 months. So whatever you sell, try and extend whatever the normal customer duration is by saying like, if I know customers stay for 3, I do buy two, get two, and I price it so that it's still 4, I make more money. I make 33% more money. It's a great deal. If you use buy X, get Y to generate a lot of cash fast, make sure you manage it and you can deliver on your promises. If you need fast cash and your business is healthy, make this offer to existing customers and just cap how many you sell to. If you have recurring, I recommend 10% as the cap. Keep selling customers who prepay for long durations because they are the most likely people to buy again. With that being said, that is buy X, get Y free.